What's up guys, my name is Alishan Lee. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to create React Native floating accent bar looking like this. So you can see that whenever I click on this plus icon, it opens the floating accent button. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to talk about how you can create it. Like if I click on languages, so it went to the languages screen, but I had not added all this stuff. So to create this, how we can create this easily. So you can see that we can click on this, it will navigate to that screen. To achieve this, we are using one package. The package name is called React Native Floating Accent. So what you have to do, you have to just search React Native Floating Accent. Okay. Once you search React Native Floating Accent, you will went to this npm package. So you have to click on this npm package website. After that, you have to first of all install this package by copying this command npm install React Native Floating Accent. Once you copy and install this extension, once you install the package, this is like comfortable with expo or CLI. You can use it both, but I'm using with CLI. That's not a big deal. So first of all, you have to open your VS Code. So let me open my VS Code, and after this, let me move like this. So as you can see that I had already installed this package. Let me show you on the package.json. So if I show you on the package.json, here install the React Native floating accent. Okay, now after that, what you have to do once you're done with that, here you can see that you have to first of all import the floating accent. So I had also imported the floating accent. So if I show you guys, let's go to the home screen, and here I had imported the floating accent. Okay, as you can see that I imported the floating accent. Once you import the floating accent, you have to copy this line of code like const accents. So here you can see that I want three, I want almost there's all this almost 4 items. Like the first one, accessibility, icon, all the things I need. So I have to I just copy this all the text like accent text, and I had just pasted here. Okay, so the text is if I show you what is this text, the text is this one which we are seeing here, like a text download. After that, we are having an icon. So I'm using the React Native vectors icons. So if I show you, you can see that I'm using the React Native vectors icon. You can use images as well. Like you can see that they are requiring the images. So that totally up to you. Whatever you want to use, you can use it. Okay, now after that, we had write the name, what is the name. So name is bt download. I will explain why we using the name property. What is the need of name property. After that, we are having a position. So position stand for where you want to position this. So I want to position the download on the number 2. So you can see that the download is on the number 2 position. Awesome. Now after this, once you're done with that accent, so you have to copy this floating accent line of code. So I had to copy this floating accent, and let me show you guys. Once I copy and paste it here, so you can see this is my flat list code, which you can ignore it for now. After that, we are having a floating accent text. Inside this, we are passing this accent. So you can see that we are just passing this accents, and here we are having on press items. So whenever we click on any items, let's suppose if we press on language, so it will console the name. It will give me console of that name. So let's suppose if I click on location. So you can see that once I click on location, so it's giving me return of BT room. Okay, so whatever the room you have written here, whatever the room name you have written for the location, I had written the BT room. So it is returning that. All right. So after that, let on the name basis, you can achieve the functionality. Let's suppose if I want to navigate to the download screen, so you can navigate to the download if name is equal to BT download is coming. All right. So this is how you can achieve it. Now let's talk about, can we make it more customizable? Yeah, we can make it more customizable. So to make it more customizable, we are having some props. Let's suppose you can pass the color. So you have to copy this color of value, and here after that, here you can pass the color. So let's suppose I want to pass the color as a black. So here we can pass the color black. So let's check it out. Nothing happens, right? That's weird. Okay, now I just reload the app and let's check it out. You can see that the color has changed, right? But yeah, the color becomes white kind of. But let's try with the red color for now. I just make it red, and you can see that it's become red. Okay, so whatever the color you want to make, like I want to make it green, so you can make it green. That's totally depend upon your application. You can pass it. After that, there you can see that distance to read. What does this property do? If I show you guys, here you have to write distance to ease, and if I write just 50, so let's see. So what is doing, it will make a distance from the left side, from this distance. Okay, after that we are having a property called visible. Visibility make it like a true or false, like do you want to show this floating accent button or not. If I make it visible as a false, so let's check it out. False, so it will get removed from the UI. You can see that. All right, now the next props which we have called overlay color. So what is overlay color if I talk about? So whenever we click on this, you can see that overlay is applying there on the top of this screen. All right, so we can also define overlay color. Let's suppose I want to pass overlay color as a maybe like a red for now. Let's check it out. You can see that the overlay color becomes red, but we want a certain opacity code. So there's a by default opacity is there, so you have to copy this, and here I'm gonna paste it here, and you can define the like this whatever the color you wanted it. All right, now after that we are having a position as well. So position is like default left, right, center. Let's suppose I want to change the position. This is right now on the right direction. I want to move it to the another direction, so position, and we're gonna see the all the suggestion. So if I click on center, so let's check it out. So center will come into the center like this, and if I want to make it left, so it went to the left side. Awesome. Now after that, next property is called override with actions. So what does do? Override the main action with the first action inside the list, will not show other actions. Okay, so now let's check it out. What does do? Override actions, and here what we have to pass. Here we have to pass a string value. Default will be false. Okay, and if I make it default as a true, override action as a true, and now let's check it out. You can see that what is happening now whenever we click on this, so it just what is happening now. So it has this floating action bar has been override with the first item of this action. Okay, so you can see that the first item is like the download one. Yeah, if I show you the action, the first item is download. So what is happened now whenever we pass override with action, so it has override the first item with this actions. Okay, now let's talk about the next props, that is called floating icon. So you can change the default plus icon using required path to image or React element. So floating icon you can also pass let's talk about the floating icon. So if you wanted to change a floating icon, you can. That's a very straightforward one. Let's talk about this. Let's suppose I want to use this icon. So here you can pass a custom image, or you can pass a React com element as well. So let's suppose I want to pass this video element for now, and here I'm gonna pass it like this. Okay, all right, check it out. So you can see that now it's become it changed the icon. Let's suppose if there I write pain, I think there is not icon pin name, but yeah, you can add it custom icon whatever you want. Okay, that's totally depend upon you. Okay, so I'm gonna comment it here for now, guys. You can pass the you can require the images as well, or you can pass the React element as I show you. Now after that we are having a show background. So what does do show background do? So if I click on this, so background by default is a false, so I'm gonna by default is a true, so I'm gonna make it false. And if I click on this, so you can see that so background become false. It means that the background, this overlay color is not applying anymore there. Okay, now after that open on mount, you can ignore accent padding, top bottom, icon width you can define, icon height, button size, listen keyboard. So let's suppose I want to increase the button size, so you can increase the button size as well. So if I make it like 25, maybe 25. Okay, so you can see that the button size become 25. If I make it 50, so you can see it's become 50, and if I make it 150, so it become much more bigger. All right, so you can define whatever the height you want. After that shadow, on press item, on press main, on press backdrop, on close. These are the props you can take a look. But yeah, that's all in this video, guys. I think that's a lot overlay stuck, a sort. This is how you can if you wanted to make it, you can do it, guys, like a floating action bar. It's very straightforward one. Just you have to install this package, and let's suppose I want to once I get the build download, and you can the logic, all the logics go here. Okay, so yeah, that's all in this video, guys. I'm working on fresh new project like quick host. There we are adding some functionality. So I was thinking let's create a video so you guys know how to create floating action bar. And if I talk about this project is also coming soon, what does this project do? Basically a quick host image hosting website kind of. Here you get here you can host your image. So I'm building this project for you guys, and we'll create a tutorial on this, and you can publish you can share with your friends, and this is gonna be looks crazy. All right, so yeah, that's all in this video guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you, bye bye.